Ani Bojo, Alyssa Mcleod Indigenous. I am the Indigenous Community Engagement Coordinator at Ontario Tech University. I am here to talk about the way students, employees, and the broader community can get involved in Orange Shirt Day, as well as the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, both of which are being held on September 30th. Before we talk about the ways you can show support, I want to provide some context on the history and significance of this date. Orange Shirt Day began in 2013 when Phyllis Jack Webstead, an amazing survivor of the St. Joseph Mission Residential School in Williams Lake First Nation, publicly shared her story with all Canadians. She spoke of being 6 years old and starting school. Her grandmother brought her a new shiny orange shirt for her to wear on her first day. Phyllis loved the shirt so much because it reflected the excitement she felt to go to school. However, her excitement soon faded when she got to school and had all her clothes stripped from her, including the shirt, which she never saw again. This was the introduction she had to school, and realized this was just a small glimpse of the abuses awaiting her and her classmates. For Phyllis, orange shirts are a symbol of how she was made to feel on that day and throughout her year at the St. Joseph's Mission School. She started the Orange Shirt Day movement as a way to encourage Canadians to reflect on the residential school system, recognizing the intergenerational trauma it has caused. Wearing an orange shirt on September 30th is one way to show respect for Indigenous communities, while helping to encourage difficult but necessary conversations about Canada's dark history pertaining to Indian residential, day, and industrial schools. September 30th was also designated as a federal statutory holiday called the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, which was created to honor survivors, families, and communities and ensure that public commemoration of the history and legacy of residential schools remains a vital component of the reconciliation process. So how can you get involved? Between September 20th and September 30th, you are encouraged to take time for personal reflection. We are calling on all students, alumni, staff, and community members to make a personal pledge supporting reconciliation by sharing a video, image, or post on social media using the hashtag #DCOTReconciliation. If you are not comfortable sharing your thoughts online, we will also be accepting in-person pledges at 61 Charles and in the atrium at the UA building. And now to start the conversation, members of the leadership team are sharing their own pledges for reconciliation. We hope these inspire you to participate in this very important day of remembrance. Miigwech.
I'm Catherine Davidson, and in honor of the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, I pledge to celebrate the multiplicity of Indigenous voices, authors, artists, and other creators by ensuring their works are reflected in the library's collections, programs, and spaces.
My name is Joshua Sankarlal. I'm the president of the Ontario Tech Student Union, and for National Day of Truth and Reconciliation, I pledge to connect with the Indigenous student community to make sure we can make it a safe and inclusive place for all.
Hi, I'm Lori Livingston, Provost and Vice President Academic at Ontario Tech, and in honor of National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, I pledge to work with my colleagues to expand our educational curriculum and programming on residential schools, treaties, and Aboriginal peoples and their accomplishments, and to make that programming accessible to all of our students.
I'm Stephen Murphy, President and Vice Chancellor of Ontario Tech University. In honor of National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, I pledge to work very closely with all surrounding First Nations and integrate their knowledge into the academic mission of our university. It is through these important partnerships that we will make real progress towards reconciliation.